Mini energy crossbow is a very iconic yet infamous weapon from Space Station 13. It is available for 5 telecrystals and Nukis and Syndicate agents, and you can only buy a singular one. The go-to sidearm of any operative who prefers their victims not to be moving fires are generating toxic arrows that floors victims in an instant. That description is thankfully an accurate one. When you shoot somebody with it, they will instantly be forced into a prone position and take some toxic damage. This is also an infinite ammo gun, meaning that it has potentially infinite value. So, when you pick up the crossbow, it is just an energy bolt gun. It's nothing too complicated. You can shoot it with one hand. So, I will shoot this Urus from off screen. It does have a long range. You can also see the velocity there. It's not amazing velocity, but it does have the ability of knocking somebody prone instantaneously. It also does some interesting damage types. It does a little bit of pierce. Not a whole lot, but it does 12 poison over time. It's not an instantaneous injection. We can shoot them again real quick with it just to show you the damage in real time. You'll see they immediately take some poison. It's pretty much instant. It is worth mentioning that since it is poison damage, even if you shoot somebody like somebody with the CMO hard suit, this is not resisted because it is not like most hard suits resist caustic, not poison. So the damage can be pretty helpful even on people who would usually you would think have resistance to this type of thing. It isn't like an injection, so it's okay damage. The crossbow itself, once you shoot it, has a 4.5 second, or it might even be a 5-second recharge. So you can't just like DPS somebody down. The DPS is awful, but that is not the point. The main point of this is that it not only forces somebody prone, it does not disarm them, by the way. It, however, does 45 stamina damage, and that is what makes this a very strong weapon. I feel like this is going to be a must-buy for pretty much everyone going loud due to the fact it can stop somebody chasing you in an instant. I guess security has tasers now too, so honestly we're just fully back to one-shot stun, prone, meta, whatever. You land your stun, you land your prone hit, and you win the fight. That's where we're going now. We're going back to everything circles in Space Station 14. So anyways, you shoot somebody with it, and you'll see they take 45 stamina damage. However, if you just wait for it to start shooting, they will start regenerating stamina before they can get back up. But you can essentially stun somebody with this over time without any cost, because it's infinitely regenerating. And since you're forcing them prone, they're not going to really be able to get far, even if they push themselves back off the ground. You also, at this point, will end up doing an okay amount of damage to them. What this combos really well with is blunt weapons, and it combos with certain blunt weapons better than others. In case you're unaware, blunt weapons will do half of their damage as stamina damage only if you wide swing. So if I hit this guy with the left click, 0 stamina damage. But if I hit him with the right click, they'll take 10 stamina damage, because the suspicious toolbox does 20 blunt damage. So if you have no other weapon other than a mini energy crossbow and a 10 damage or 20 damage blunt weapon, aka suspicious toolbox, you can shoot them with it, 45 stamina damage, 55, 65, wait for the energy bolt to come back. Now they are stunned. You would have done a ton of damage while they are flip-flopping on the ground, not able to really do much, and beat them to death. It will essentially act as an instant stun if you're using blunt weapons. Of course, since it's based off stamina, or since the stamina damage they take is based off the amount of blunt damage, if they're wearing blunt resistant armor, which there's not that many blunt resistance in this game, or like a way of getting a lot of blunt resistance, so you can still very quickly down somebody with this. This gets really OP with things like Gloves of the North Star, which are already the highest DPS melee weapon in the game pretty much. So like, let me just regenerate them and watch how fast they're going to get stunned and what can they really do to fight back against me. Even if they disarm me, they can't get rid of my gloves. So you shoot them with the crossbow and then you just wide swing punch them to death. And before they can even stand back up, well, they're stunned and dead. And even if they push themselves back off the ground, you would then be able to punch them into being slower, because when you're at 60 stamina damage, you slow down, and then you slow down even further at 80, so they're not going to possibly be able to get away from you. And this isn't even what I would call even the most strong combo with it. If you want to save telecrystals, another great option, of course, is the stun prod, because here's what you can do with this. You get the stun prod. This costs only 5 telecrystals because of crossbow. You shoot him with the bow to get him on the ground. So this is going to be a little bit of a combo. Shoot him with the bow on the ground. hit him with the prod, and then throw it immediately, and that's basically a sub 1 second insta stun on somebody. and then proceed to just kill them. I don't know, cuff them, whatever you have to do. The prod's out of your hands. It only has one swing left after that, so somebody can't even use it back on you effectively. Of course, if you have a stun baton, even better. If you have a disabler, even better. Whatever. It's a weapon that enables stun combat even more than stun combat's already enabled in this game. If you get something like a truncheon, which if you're a scientist or something, you can print this out if you research it. So the truncheon does 20 blunt, and not only is that a lot of damage, it's sus toolbox level, it actually has a stamina modifier, so it actually does 30 stamina damage for every 20 blunt. So you hit them once, a crossbow once, and then 2 truncheons hits, they're stunned. And your crossbow, you'll have them stunned before your crossbow even regenerates, so you can fight another person attacking you. I foresee this being the scientist's best friend, because you can't, a sec officer literally can't 1v1 this. You will guarantee die. Another good combo, of course, is going to be like the rig boxing gloves. So if you can get those, that's another one. Really just high blunt, high stamina damage combos really well with this. Or just, I don't know, shoot them with the offhand WT550 and just insta-kill them on the floor. Whatever the case may be. It's so cheap. It's infinite ammo, so it has infinite value, infinite potential. On top of the fact that people who are going to be using this are probably going to be emagging infinite ammo anyway, and just further unstoppable. Anyway, so that sounds like a lot of negativity. It's not. That's just my opinions on the current state of combat, is that it's like you have to go for like the most insane value plays ever as a syndicate to actually get anything done, and this crossbow just enables that further because it's an infinite ammo, infinite value item. The crossbow itself is a really cool design. I really like the idea of it. I'm somebody who's been universally against heavy stun combat. I heavily dislike prone combat even more than stun combat, so this to me is not my favorite thing in the world mechanically. You know, obviously I appreciate the work and stuff that goes in it. I don't know if I need a big disclaimer over my personal opinions on combat in a game I don't participate in combat in basically ever. I avoid combat as much as I can in this game because I don't really like it. So just to show you, I'll spawn an AI that's going to shoot me with it. So like, yeah, it doesn't disable your ability to use a gun. So like, you can try to shoot back at somebody, but like, trying to hit somebody moving like that is tough. And then they'll hit you again, and if you try to push yourself out of it, if you push yourself out of the first one and get hit by it again immediately, you'll kind of just stun lock yourself and be really slow and easy to get hit with a follow-up shot. Obviously, the AI is way more robust than, like, any person can reasonably do. No one can move like this and hit their shots like that. It's just not happening. I mean, you can see they literally drop the crossbow and just punch me to death while I'm stunned and then go back and get it. But that's also just kind of showing how useful this item can be if you're good at aiming and good at movement and good at hand and inventory controls. It's an ultra high skill ceiling weapon, but it also has usability by low skill, like floor people. Somebody who's brand new can pick this up, shoot somebody with it, and it's going to work. Somebody who is super experienced is going to pick this up and wipe all the security with it. Really cool item. It's currently on Vulture, or should be on Vulture because it was merged. Either way, it'll be, unless something changes or it's not meant to be merged, should be in the game in the next update cycle. Thank you for watching. Very cool to see. And big thanks to the contributors and maintainers making new antagonist items, because then I get to nerd over them and even complain about them. I'm trying not to sound like I'm complaining. Anyways, rambling on too much. Thank you for watching.